Do you know that some USA states have economies so massive they could rival entire countries? Not just developing nations, but advanced powerhouses like Germany, Italy, or Canada. Yeah, it's wild. In today's countdown of the top 10 richest states in America by GDP, we'll uncover how these states aren't just contributing to the U.S. economy, they're shaping the global market. From California's tech dominance to Texas's energy juggernaut, these states are playing in the big leagues. Curious if your state has what it takes to hang with the heavyweights? Let's start at number 10 and work our way to the undeniable king of the economic hill. Ready? Let's jump in. Number 10. New Jersey, rolling in with $0.84 trillion. This isn't just a state, it's an economic powerhouse in disguise. With a GDP nearly identical to Taiwan's, New Jersey proves that you don't need a massive landmass to make a massive impact. Think about it. This small northeastern state is matching a global tech and manufacturing giant like Taiwan. What makes New Jersey tick? For starters, it's home to pharmaceutical giants like Johnson & Johnson and Merck. These companies don't just contribute to healthcare, they basically define it. Then there's its strategic location, a stone's throw from Wall Street and packed with major ports. Whether it's finance, shipping, or turning chemicals into profits, New Jersey is like an economic Swiss Army knife, ready for anything. Number 9. Washington State, flexing $0.85 trillion. Washington isn't just the rainy state. It's basically an economic superstorm. With a GDP equivalent to Thailand's, Washington shows how tech innovation can redefine a state's economy. This is where Microsoft, Amazon, and Starbucks were born. Companies that don't just make billions, but shape global trends. The economy here is like a well-oiled machine. From Seattle's tech hubs to the agricultural zones in eastern Washington, this state doesn't just grow apples, it grows opportunities. And let's not forget Boeing, which has been assembling planes here for decades. Washington isn't just a state, it's a corporate nation with wings. Number 8. Georgia, strutting in with $0.88 trillion. Georgia's economy, matching the size of Sweden's, isn't just impressive, it's downright iconic. The Peach State has more than fruit going for it. It's home to some of the world's most recognizable brands. Coca-Cola, born here, Delta Airlines, Atlanta-based, and the booming film industry. Yeah, Georgia is basically the Hollywood of the South. Atlanta itself is an economic hurricane, driving innovation in logistics, tech, and entertainment. Meanwhile, agriculture remains a backbone of the economy, exporting everything from peanuts to poultry. Whether it's your favorite beverage, blockbuster movies, or a seat on a plane, Georgia proves that Southern charm comes with serious economic muscle. Number 7. Ohio, clocking in with $0.92 trillion. Ohio's GDP rivals that of Poland, proving that the Buckeye State doesn't mess around when it comes to contributing to America's economy. Known for its manufacturing, Ohio churns out cars, steel, and machinery like it's going out of style. But spoiler alert, it's not. This isn't just about factories, though. Ohio's healthcare and education sectors are major players, while its logistics industry keeps the state connected to global markets. With cities like Cleveland, Columbus, and Cincinnati leading the way, Ohio is like the quiet overachiever in the class, always ready to impress. Number 6. Pennsylvania, boasting $1.02 trillion. Crossing the trillion-dollar mark, Pennsylvania's economy matches that of Switzerland, a nation known for its banking and chocolates. But here in the Keystone State, the economy thrives on healthcare, education, and energy. Pittsburgh has transformed from a steel town into a tech hub, while Philadelphia remains a center of finance and culture. From its historic role in America's founding to its modern energy industry, Pennsylvania is like that friend who's always reinventing themselves and nailing it every time. Number 5. Illinois, coming in with $1.13 trillion. Illinois, with a GDP on par with Saudi Arabia, is more than just the land of Lincoln. It's the land of economic diversity. Chicago is the beating heart of this state's economy, dominating in finance, technology, and transportation. The Chicago Board of Trade and the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, they're practically the nerve centers of global commodity trading. Outside the Windy City, Illinois boasts some of the most fertile farmland in the world, contributing massively to America's food supply. Corn, soybeans, and hog farming here fuel both local and international markets. And with O'Hare International Airport, one of the busiest in the world, Illinois serves as a global logistics hub, connecting people and products across continents. If Illinois were a stock, investors would call it a diversified portfolio with returns to match. Number 4. Florida, hitting $1.70 trillion. Florida's GDP, comparable to Spain's, isn't just sunshine and theme parks. It's a global powerhouse. Tourism is the lifeblood of this state, with millions flocking to its beaches, amusement parks, and nightlife every year. But that's just the surface. Florida is also a leader in aerospace, international trade, and agriculture. Its ports are bustling gateways to the Caribbean and beyond. Oh, and the real estate market? Hotter than its summer weather. Florida's economy is as dynamic as its sunsets are beautiful. Number 3. New York, owning $2.28 trillion. New York's GDP rivals Canada's, and we all know why. Wall Street alone could be its own country, and the media industry here shapes what we watch, read, and listen to every day. But New York isn't just about money and media. It's about culture, innovation, and resilience. From Broadway to biotech, the Empire State's economy is as diverse as its population. Its GDP per capita is sky high, reflecting the immense wealth generated in its urban centers. If cities were stocks, New York would be the blue chip everyone's betting on. Number 2. Texas, standing tall with $2.69 trillion. Texas's GDP, as big as Italy's entire economy, proves that everything really is bigger in the Lone Star State. Oil and gas dominate, but Texas isn't just an energy hub. It's a tech, agriculture, and transportation giant with a flair for the dramatic. Austin is the tech capital, buzzing with startups and industry leaders. Houston reigns supreme in energy and medical innovation, while Dallas commands attention as a corporate and financial powerhouse. The state's agricultural output is equally impressive, with cattle, cotton, and grains driving exports. Oh, and let's not forget there's no state income tax, which makes businesses flock here faster than a cowboy chasing a runaway steer. Whether you measure it in barrels of oil, megabytes of data, or pounds of beef, Texas's economy is a well-oiled machine, pun intended. Number 1. California, reigning supreme with $4.08 trillion. California's economy is larger than Germany's, the 4th largest in the world. That's not just a number, it's a statement. Silicon Valley alone could rival national economies, with tech giants like Apple, Google, and Tesla calling the Golden State home. Add Hollywood's entertainment empire, and you've got an economy that influences not just America, but the entire world. California's agricultural might feeds millions, while its focus on renewable energy and sustainability leads the way in tackling climate change. From artificial intelligence to clean energy solutions, this state isn't just part of the future, it's creating it. Whether you're streaming a blockbuster, eating a farm-to-table meal, or driving an electric car, chances are California had something to do with it. It's not just a state, it's a global economic juggernaut that's rewriting the rules of what's possible. And there you have it, the top 10 richest states in America by GDP. If you enjoyed this deep dive into economic powerhouses, you'll definitely want to check out the video we did on the top 10 cheapest states in the US, because who doesn't love finding out where you can stretch a dollar the furthest? Until next time, see you in the next video.